Hi guys, today we'll be discussing some important concepts of object oriented programming paradigm. Today we'll learn about constructor, destructor and str method, and we'll learn what are the attributes of a class. So for that we'll create a student class, and this class is created with keyword class in lowercase. Then name of class is student in our case, colon sign. This is the header of student, and in the body of student we can define methods. So in our case we'll discuss constructor method, and constructor method is created with keyword init, and this method is a special method because whenever an object or an instance is created from this student class, the constructor method will be executed automatically. And constructor method is used for the initialization purpose. In the same manner, we will define destructor method, and destructor method is created with del keyword, and destructor method is used to deallocate the memory from an instance which was already allocated. And besides that, we'll also define a method to display the information about student. So first of all we will create a constructor method with def keyword. Def is used to define any method, and this constructor method is also known as the dunder method because it starts with a double underscore. So dunder stands for double underscore underscore underscore, then init underscore underscore, and in the parenthesis will provide the parameters. So first parameter must be self, and self is always a reference to the uh, current object, and the other parameters are name and age for assigning the values to the instance variables in the body of this method. And for here we'll mention self dot name. This indicates that name is instance variable and it is assigned by a value given to parameter name. And other instance variable self dot age is assigned a value given to parameter age. Now in the class there are two types of attributes. Some are data attributes, and in our case self dot name and self dot age are data attributes, and some are method attributes like init is a method and it is also method attribute. So by doing this we have created a class, and whenever we will instantiate an instance or create an object, this constructor must be executed. So now we are creating an object, or we are instantiating an instance with name obj. Obj is assigned by now the name of class student, and in the parenthesis will provide arguments value. For name will provide string constant ali, and for age we provide the numeric value integer value 35. So these are arguments, ali and 35 are arguments and these arguments will be received by parameters name and age in the header of this init method. And from this name is assigned to instance variable self.name, and this age parameter value is assigned to self.age instance variable. Okay, so whenever this line is executed, a constructor is executed, and by whenever a constructor is executed, these instance variables self.name and self.age are assigned by values ali and 35 respectively. Okay, so when we run this program, actually in the memory of computer, an object is created, and for that object a memory is allocated. But just to clarify that this constructor is executed, we can print a message in the body of constructor. Or here we can print a message like print string constant, a constructor is executed. This will indicate that by this line, a constructor is executed by printing this message. When we'll run it, there is a message a constructor is executed. So this constructor is executed, and these lines in the constructor are also executed. And with the help of these lines, the instance variables are assigned. So this constructor really works for the initialization purpose. Secondly, when we want to print this object, print obj, and we'll run it. This shows that main student object, and this is address value. So it shows that this object obj is student type object, and it is created at this particular memory address. So we can override this function with the help of str method, and we can provide our self-defined message in that str method. For that, we'll define a method def underscore underscore str, and in the parenthesis self parameter colon. Over here we can return a string, return f double quotes. We can define it by writing less than class, then name of class, that is student, and the, we'll end it with greater than sign and double quotes ends here. So now when we'll run it, you see now the message has been changed, and it shows that obj object is from class student. Why we have uh, printed in this format? Because by default the python also prints in this format, and for the evidence we are creating an integer variable, let's say a, and we assign the value 10 to a. Now 10 a is an integer, and when we print a, you can see that by default python also uh, prints the type of a, the type of a in the uh, same manner as we have overridden the str method. Now you can see that when we run it, this is the default uh, way Python displays the types. Less than class, then the name of that type, int in single quote, and it ends with greater than sign. So that's why for the consistency we have followed this format. Okay, now if you want to define a method that displays the values given to the instance variable, we can define a method. Define name of method is, let's say, info, and in the parentheses we provide self colon, and in return f string. In the double quotes we want to print the value of name and age by writing name equals, then the placeholder in the curly brackets, self dot name, then for the age comma, age equals, then again in the curly bracket, self dot age, curly bracket over, the double quotes over. Now we want to run this method. We are going to omit it. We are also omitting this, and over here uh, we will invoke info method with the help of object obj dot info. Since it is a method, we provide the parentheses. We are going to run it. Now it shows, info method shows that the value of name is Ali and the value of age is 35. And for the destructor, to discuss about the destructor, we are going to create uh, another method, destructor method. And destructor method is also defined with the help of def keyword, and it is a dunder method. That's why it starts with underscore underscore, and for that we use the del keyword underscore underscore, and in the parentheses we provide the self argument and colon sign in the body of uh, this destructor. Destructor is used to deallocate memory from the object. So we are printing a message, or we are returning a string that shows that a destructor is executed, quotation over, and the last, whenever an object is deleted with keyword del obj, then this destructor will be executed. So if we want to run this and see if really this destructor is executed, uh, there must be some message that destructor is executed. uh, Instead of return, we are going to print it, print parenthesis, we want to run it. So this message is printed, a destructor is executed, to indicate that this obj object is deleted from the memory. Now in next line, if we want to print the obj, then there will be an error because obj object is deleted from the memory, and we cannot refer obj. So let's say if we want to print obj, there should be an error. Okay, So this is name error, and it shows name obj is not defined. So we cannot refer obj object. Why? Because in this line del obj we have deleted the obj object. So students, we have discussed constructor, destructor, and member function are simple method to display the information about a student. And also we have discussed uh, str method. So in coming classes we'll be discussing some more concepts about object oriented programming. That's all for today. Thank you.